Yeah, sure.
Get set.
Yeah, sure.
Salam
All
Zanzi.
right. All
Yeah,
right. All
sure.
right. All
Yeah,
right.
sure.
Good evening. Good evening, Africa and the world. Welcome back to Let's Argue, the only football show where opinions come heavy, data comes correct, and the commentary comes with spice like Durban curry. So we've got a massive show for you again tonight. Yep, UCL drama. Yes, some of us have got hot eggs. Champions League did a number on us. The EPL meltdowns that we're seeing, and then CAF dominance as per normal. So, and the Premier League giant sinking faster than a Wi-Fi connection in load shedding. So here with me is the man who calls out managers faster than VAR calls offsides. Tibo.
Yeah, sure. Tiwelava Ultra. Good evening to you all. And let me warn the managers, if you're confusing pressing triggers with press conferences, bro, I'm coming for you tonight.
Well, and the man who brought more stats than SARS in audit season, Roy.
Fede, I've got the data, I've got the receipts, and tonight some teams are getting exposed.
We get into it. We expose Manchester United, who played Everton first in that 1-0 loss at home. So, first of all, coming into this one, United are unbeaten in 5. So, confident, 3 clean sheets, averaging 2.1 goals per home match under Amorim so far. Everton, they've been inconsistent, but only 1 loss in their last 4. So not bad coming into this one. Manager pressure. Obviously, Amorim was praised for defensive structure, and Dyke praised for resilience. All his teams are resilient. So let me say, United stank up Old Trafford. This is the worst performance under Amorim since he took over. The man was fuming after the match. Roy?
Yeah, so United had basically 23 shots in that match, but only 3 of those shots were on target. That's a total of a 13% accuracy rate in that match. Shocking for a top 6 chasing side. Everton had a 0.89 goal XG. United only had, they actually had more than Everton. Theirs were sitting at 1.91 goal XG, but the Toffees were ruthless. United have now dropped from 10th place. Everton went to 11, and both sitting on 16 points. What an exciting see!
Yeah, gents, I don't know about y'all, but United's midfield was almost criminal. The spacing there was basically non-existent. There was no compactness. There was no rest for the defense. And Amorim's 3-5-2 system, it really collapsed under pressure. And the worst part is that Everton were playing with a man down. Everton really did well with their low block, their transitions, their grit, and their two center backs arguing like an Orlando Pirates WhatsApp group. It was really crazy, but they still managed to get the 3 points. So kudos to them, I think.
All right. Speaking about Orlando Pirates, they played cheaper and they walked away with a 2-0 win. Obviously, Thibaut was probably happy jumping on top of roofs. The Pirates are winning. So, Pirates came into this one unbeaten in their last 4. They've got the best defensive record in the last 6 games. Cheaper, well, they keep chipping away at good and bad results. They were inconsistent. Only 1 win in their last 7. Ay, 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 ay. So, as hard as it is for me to say this sentence, but Pirates look like a team on a mission. They're structured, they're patient, and this is a team. It's a professional job. Roy?
Yeah, Mission Impossible. Pirates basically had 67% possession in that match. They had 14 shots, of which 6 of those 14 were on target. It's not that bad. They are now level with Sundowns on points, which is a good thing. With one more game played.
Yeah, gents, cheaper were disorganized in transition. Orlando Pirates front three pulled them apart with ease, consummate ease. So overall, I think this was a very good performance from the Sea Robbers. 3 points in the bag, level on points with the leaders, Mamelodi Sundowns, with a game to spare.
Mm. All right, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
we're at Pulukwani City there, Roy.
So Polokwane City versus Sundowns, that game was actually postponed. It was mainly due to continental commitments. Sundowns stays at top on PPG.
All right, and then we've got AX. Now, as we get into the UEFA Champions League, ga, ga. So Ajax went ahead and we're at home to Mourinho's masterclass. Mourinho seems to be getting his mojo back. But before the match, AX were one win in 7 matches in the Champions League. So I think Mourinho must have been licking, himself, saying this is going to be amazing, licking his lips. So Benfica, they're bottom of the phase, but improving defensively. And once Mourinho fixes his defense, it's going to be something else. So Mourinho landed in Amsterdam. He parked the bus. He switched off the Wi-Fi, and then he removed the spark plug and stole 3 points. Roy.
Yeah, just to add on to that, Mourinho is the most decorated coach. He calls himself that. Respect, respect. You guys remember that one?
Mhm.
Yeah, so in that match, Ajax actually had a 62% possession, but only one shot on target. Benfica's goal XG was sitting at 1.79 compared to Ajax, which was only 0.43.
Yeah, no, chance. I don't know about y'all, but Jose Mourinho went full vintage mode. He was like a 3 liter Crusader. Listen, low block, rapid counter attacks, double pivot screening in the middle of the pitch. They tried their best to maybe claw their way or maybe try and take control of the game, at least from the midfield perspective. But Mourinho's team, I think, were more lethal with regards to the chances that they got in front of goal. Consummate performance, I think, all round. I think Jose Mourinho is going to go for the jugular. He's going to try and win the remaining 3 games to try and force a way into the playoffs.
You know what? Mourinho just wants Brad to get an opportunity to play one of the big teams. And then that's the type of Mourinho game, because now he's the underdog. He needs to defend and then just have
Yes,
that one chance, and then
yes,
his striker scores it, and then he defends for the rest of the match and goes
yes.
through. That's the type of Mourinho. So, and then one of the shocks of the week was Galatasaray's lost at home to USG. Now, this is why we love football, man, because the Turkish Lions got hunted in their own den. And we know how hard it is to win in Turkey if you're not one of the big five. Roy?
Yeah, Nia, that's very very true, Lebza. Just to add, USG, Union Saint Gillois, they had only a 36% possession, but they created the better chances. They had a goal XG of 1.92 versus 1.11 for Galatasaray.
Yeah, gentlemen, I think this was not a good day in the office for Galatasaray. The pressing game really lacked cohesion. USG cut through them like a Soweto taxi when they're taking shortcuts to Randburg. I think we must give praise to USG because they did everything that they needed to get the result and stay in contention of at least booking a ticket to the playoffs. Galatasaray on their end, I think they will be very disappointed with this result and they will hope to improve in the remaining 3 games.
Oh, yeah, we get into BVB, which is Dortmund versus Villarreal. So they came there. Dortmund are unbeaten in their last 5 home Champions League games. So obviously, Villarreal were already, facing an uphill task. Villarreal's most defensive record in the UEFA Champions League phase. It's their worst, 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 worst. So obviously, getting a team that scores for free like this, the Yellow Submarine, no, it was the Yellow Titanic.
Yeah, man. And that was the only Titanic that didn't sink because Dortmund really, they were really pressing. They had 18 shots. They had
Yeah.
4 goals. They kept a clean sheet. Villarreal sit number 34th on
Mm.
UCL. And yeah, staring at elimination. It's a bit tough. What can I say? It's football.
Gentlemen, me, I'm gonna tell you about Borussia Dortmund's number nine, Seyu Girassi. That gentleman bullied the back line of the Yellow Submarine. Villarreal's defensive line was way too high. They looked very slow. And honestly speaking, I don't think they really had a plan for the tactics with which this Borussia Dortmund side had implemented. Overall, they put on a thoroughly entertaining game for the neutral. 4 goals to the good, managed to keep a clean sheet. Girassi is still one of the top scorers in the competition. I don't think they could have asked for any more than that. Villarreal, on the other hand, they look like they're on the way out of this competition.
Mm. And then we
Mm,
come to the 3-0 drubbing of Barcelona at Stamford Bridge. Coming into
mm,
this match,
mm.
Chelsea had the best attack in the Champions League with 14 goals, while Barca struggled in their last three matches. Is there a defensive crisis? So, according to the pundits, according to the Chelsea fans, according to the newspapers and the socials, Chelsea did not beat Barca. They embarrassed Barca. Well, I
Yeah.
think different, but Roy Wena, what do you say?
I knew he was gonna cough or say something. Yeah, that was painful. Yo, that was really painful. Chelsea had three goals that was disallowed. I don't know for what reason, but we give props to Esteval. I mean that boy, he really showed up. He had one goal and one assist. He had a 92% pass accuracy in that match. Then we have Arau, the red card, in the 14th minute, and that I think it destroyed their structure, it destroyed the
Mm,
team's
mm.
confidence, and from there everything just went downhill.
Yeah, you know what, Nefandroy, I can hear all of those things, but I actually want to ask Lebza what he thinks of Rhys James as a midfielder. Like, is this some type of genius or a master stroke from Enzo Maresca? Because I've noticed that in the big games, Rhys James gets
Yeah,
deployed in the middle of the pitch next to Moises Caicedo. And Chelsea really overloaded every single zone on the pitch. Honestly speaking, I think had it not been for the dubious decision making from the VAR team, Barcelona would have conceded 6 goals. Lebza,
yeah,
what's your take on this?
So, first of all, no dubious VAR stuff. Everything was on board. But the thing is, look, for me, Araujo is very careless. So, in a match like this, where it's going to be two teams really attacking each other, you need your 11 players. So, that definitely did not work to our advantage. And then, because what you call Cucurella, he was going to get tired. Remember, you can't do that for 90 minutes. And Barca second half are very strong. But the issue is now with 10 men, now everyone got to defend, even our star. Hey,
Hey
anyway,
Lebza, hey
Pedri's not
Lebza,
there,
hey Lebza,
Rafinha's not there. We'll be back.
hey Lebza, hey Lebza, hey Lebza. Before before we move on to the next part, I just want to ask you, like, what's your opinion of this custody battle that Nuno Mendes, Kukureya, like all these left backs who are now all fighting to be Lamine Yamal's father. You know, like
No,
what's your take on this custody battle?
no,
Because
I think,
I really don't
look,
like seeing grown men fighting like this. This is a
look,
young man's future that they're fighting over.
look. I know that you know football, and I know that you know that Chelsea prepared for Yamin Lamal. It wasn't just Cucurella on his own, so he couldn't even cut in because then there was someone else that was guarding him. So, which is kudos to Lamin to show that the team is going to plan a match around him. So
But
and
then
they did a
but
good
then
job.
who
But
but then who's handling
watch us when we come back.
his social media accounts, Lebza? Because every time a big game comes along, he starts posting all these things. Then when the game comes, things go south quick.
Thibaut, I just want to add one thing. I think I just want to ask you one thing. Don't you have Panado for Lebza for that loss? I think he needs Panado.
No, yeah,
You're using a mobile in London, Lebza. Nah, man. Nah, man. Lebza. Well, if Van Roy, why is this happening when he needs
What
to
happened?
comment
What
about
happened?
Barcelona?
Why is this?
Why is this happening when he needs to comment about
No, no, no,
Barcelona?
no. For me, guys, I told you about
Maybe
Barcelona.
he's staging. He's like,
Ah, man.
Am I frozen?
Ah,
Am
yeah,
I
no, we can
frozen?
hear you. Yeah, we can. Yeah, no. Oh, look. Yeah, no, you're still here, big boss.
Am I frozen? Am I
Yeah,
frozen?
you. Yeah, yeah. It keeps. It's on and off, big
Eh?
boss. It's on and off.
yeah.
It's in. Okay, you're back in the game.
I'm
You're
not
back in the matrix.
frozen.
Ah, Van Roy. Ah, Van Roy. If this continues, that means we won't be making any reviews on Barcelona anymore.
Ah, man.
Yeah, he wants us to move on from Barcelona before it's gonna work properly.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Yeah, Lebza, you're good now, ne?
Never, never got him. Am I fine? Can you hear me?
Perfectly.
I'm trying to actually just I'm trying to log in on the phone because then I know on the phone it doesn't actually do this at all. So hang up my other one. Let me do this one.
Yeah,
Gibbo.
sure.
For sure.
Let me just remove that.
Huh?
Aha, no, no, no echo. Okay, yeah. Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Finally.
Yeah, ubuyile.
Yeah,
Yes.
the return, Baba. The return.
So
Yeah.
look, guys. No, no, no. I'm telling you. So look, Chelsea came to play. I'm not saying that Chelsea didn't play well, but we also shot ourselves in the foot. Pedri, the best midfielder in the world by miles, wasn't there. You know, so once all of those things click, obviously we become a different team. But no one wins the Champions League, the EPL, the La Liga, November 26th.
You're
No
blaming it on
one.
that on Pedri being absent. Is that why you lost?
And
It's
and
because
10
Pedri
men.
wasn't there.
and and 10 men. Remember, I had said to one day we would lose, we would win 3-2. We were gonna allow them to score us.
Lebza,
We will always score more.
Lebza. If this was a rap battle, ne, then it basically means that this season Pedri has been bodied by Jude Bellingham. He's been bodied by Vitinha. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on,
These
man.
these are early season matches. There's still second round. You're gonna come to the camp. No, he'll be bodied. Jude Bellingham. Probably that time he will ask not to even play. But
So
anyway, let's move on. Let's move on.
yeah,
Let's move on. We move on to another sad one. Man City
also your
losing,
team.
yeah, to
Also
Bayer
your team.
Leverkusen. Pep got cooked again. Is he too clever for his own good, Roy?
Yeah, I think I can't really put my finger on it, but it's like City is now following Liverpool. When we lose, they lose. When we lose, they
Mm,
lose. Home,
I,
away, EPL,
Whoa,
UCL.
whoa, wait, whoa. Slow down, Tiger. Slow down.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
Telling
hey,
you,
hey, hey,
I'm
yeah.
telling
hey.
you, just look at the
All,
pattern.
Hey,
all the
Lebza.
City fans, all the City fans that are listening are like, yeah, 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 don't compare us to Liverpool. Don't
Just
compare
Hey,
look at the
us.
Lebza.
pattern.
Hey, hey, hey,
Oh,
hey, hey,
oh,
hey,
oh.
hey, hey. What's he talking about?
Yeah,
Look at the
yeah.
pattern. Anyway,
Adi?
Anyway, City had a 74% possession in that match. They only had two shots on target, of which Leverkusen appeared to
Mm,
be more clinical. They had a 2.14 goal XG in that match.
mm,
Look, gentlemen, me, I don't know about you, ne, but if I wanted to be a nice guy, I
Uh,
would say that Pep Guardiola's inverted fullbacks left Rodri exposed.
mm.
Leverkusen targeted those spaces beautifully, and they did very well. But because I'm not that kind of guy, what I'm going to say is that Pep Guardiola got it wrong again. Pep
Mm,
Guardiola is still trying to find his best 11.
mm,
I think the opposition did well to neutralize his midfield
yeah.
because The opposition were there. Tiani Reiners was there. He created opportunities. He got chances to maybe shoot and score, but I think at the end of the day, this Manchester City side were unlucky on the day. Kudos to the visiting side by Leverkusen, as Alex Grimaldo got his revenge, of course, on his former employers, and to go to the Etihad and actually score 2 goals and keep a clean sheet. That is something that is very commendable.
Yeah,
And then
Nia.
Roy, Newcastle lost to Marseille. You saw that one?
Yeah, Newcastle, they came into the game with confidence. It's just that they didn't create enough. So their goal XG
Mm.
was basically 0.75, while Marseille had 20 shots on, and they were dominant right through. Thibaut, I don't know. What do you take away from it?
No, gentlemen, me, I'm gonna say one name, and that name is Greenwood, Mason Greenwood. This boy is in the form of his life. After his unfortunate private life, getting spilled in the tabloids and in the media between
Yeah.
him and his,
Mm-hmm.
can I say, girlfriend or wife. He left Manchester, went to La Liga, and found his way to France in the city of Marseille. Since he's landed in Marseille, gentlemen, this boy is reborn. This boy is reinvigorated. This boy
Mm.
is a weapon, and he showed this in this game. And
Mm.
without him, I don't think this Marseille team would have been able to get one over this Newcastle team. So overall, kudos to them. I think their midfield maybe needs another addition. Maybe it needs to be strengthened. But for as long as Mason Greenwood is fit and playing at the level that he's playing at now, they can certainly bank on him to win games for them.
Yeah.
100%.
Then came Wednesday's match, starting with Bayern Munich, who have been on form for a while, and then they met Arsenal, who are currently in the form of their life in the last 20 years. So Arsenal came in, they are the best defense in Europe, even missing their best defender. So you can just imagine they still managed to just get 1 goal against them. Bayern are unbeaten in all competition, or let's say they were unbeaten. So Declan Rice, he's definitely a big game player. Write it, underline it, and frame it. I can't wait to see the World Cup if Declan will be cooked rice or proper rice, el dente. Roy.
Yeah, Nia. That was a clash of the titans. I mean, if you look at it, both of the teams they doing very very good in the domestic leagues. Arsenal on the other hand, they in that match they had 17 shots, of which they created four very very big chances. Bayern, they had a high line. That was basically suicide because Martinelli ate them alive, my friend. Yo, he ate them.
Yeah, gentlemen, I don't know about y'all, but company ball is a beautiful brand of football, but I think it's a bit naive. There was too much space behind the players. I think they tried to play a high line, but it really maybe was not executed to the letter. And this was shown case in point with the Gabriel Martinelli goal. Overall, I think this is an opportunity for Vincent Company to maybe take stock of what's been working well for them and maybe what needs to be worked on. With regards to the Gunners, I think the Gunners right now are probably the best team in Europe. They have a solid defense. They have a way of winning games. This is can I say champions elect type of mentality. Of course, like I've said before, because I'm one of Arsenal's biggest detractors. I think we must at least wait for the end of the season to see if there's any silverware. But in the here and now, no, really, I don't think anybody wants to face this Arsenal side.
Yeah, no, that's very, very true. We'll see. You are 100% correct to say that let's wait for the end of the season because like
Mm.
they like bottling things, man. I don't know why, but yeah, they have a good team. They're in good form, so we'll see how that goes. And in other news, we had Atletico Madrid that faced Inter at home. So Atleti have won 9 of their last 11 home UCL matches, while Inter, on the other hand, only won one in their last four. That's quite a big disappointment. So, what do you think about the Simeone's formation, Thibaut?
No, listen, Diego Simeone's 5-3-2 system, I think the system literally choked the life out of this Internazionale side. They suffocated them. But there was some life in there from them because they managed to pull off one goal. But overall, the whole context of the game, Atletico Madrid found a way to get the win, to get the result. They even gave Cholo Simeone a standing ovation at the end of the game. So I think Atletico Madrid this season also, I think they've grown in leaps and bounds. They really don't look like a team that anybody else wants to face because they really look like a tough nut to crack. No pun intended.
Oh yeah, you're right about the suffocation, man, and Inter not being able to breathe at all because the
Mm,
Metropolitano was the crime scene. All it
mm.
needed was Mariska Hagite from Law
Cheers.
and Order. Kutun,
Dun,
Cheers. Though.
dun.
kubudu, tudu, kubu. Because believe me, Atleti
Mm,
murdered Inter's rhythm, dog. So um,
mm.
you're right. The Bulldogs of Simeone are awake. They are
Mm.
ready to bite anyone, and you know their
Cheers.
brand of football.
Big dogs.
It's Mourinho with steroids. You know they defend well, but they also can pass it quickly and go score right now. You know, so
Mm,
really,
mm,
really looking
mm.
forward to that. And then Roy, your
Yeah.
favorite team had a beautiful match in the Champions League.
Yo, that was very disappointing. I can't believe I stayed up late, watching the Liverpool get beaten by PSV 4-1. I stayed up late and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be tired in the morning. But yeah, I watched it till the end. It
Tired
was
and depressed.
yeah, yo,
You
bro.
know, you know what happens when you are tired from a Champions League night match and your team won. The tiredness
Yeah,
is acceptable. Do you understand?
exactly.
But when you are tired and you lost, like now you hate why you're tired. Ah, man.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yo, I don't want to lie, gents. It was a very long day for me at the office. Yo, I felt like, when is this day gonna end? But
mm,
yeah, I haven't seen like Liverpool's fans walk out of a stadium like that in a very long time. So
mm.
Liverpool have conceded 10 goals in the last three games. Imagine that, bro.
Wow.
Yo,
Three,
hoping
three, three, 3 goals per match, actually.
in my bro.
Eh?
You know how painful that is for me, me being a
Yo.
Liverpool supporter for more than like 20 years, and to
Mm,
watch
mm,
them
mm.
go from, being swag, climbing up, getting there, being great, and then it's just plummeting again. So yeah, we'll see. I'm not gonna say anything further, but PSV they moved up into 15th place. I just cannot believe that Liverpool have dropped. We are now out of the safe zone. Now we have to fight. We have to do playoffs. I don't know. Thibaut, what do
Eh,
you think about slots pressing structure?
if Andre, before I go there, I just want to say maybe as a word, maybe to maybe comfort you. I know you've been through dark and murky waters like this before. Lest we forget that there was a period when Liverpool had a striker by the name of Andy Carroll.
Yeah.
Lest we
Oh
forget
Lord.
that there was a period when Liverpool were coached by Kenny Dalglish, and you had
Yeah.
players of lesser quality than the ones that you have now. But
Sure.
as the Christians say, this too shall pass. Now,
Yeah.
Ancelot's pressing game structure was broken. The lines were too far. The players were fatigued. I think overall, PSV Eindhoven they play a better brand of football. I think the manner in which they executed their plan, it was consummate. It was super professional. It was a marvel to watch. They dismantled this Liverpool side at the Cop, and I think we should give praise to this performance that PSV gave. Now they've moved up to 15th place, and overall, I think this Liverpool side, the writing is on the wall now. I think something is got to give, and maybe the board are gonna pull the trigger.
Look. First of all, this is Liverpool losing four at home. It's something that's never heard of. Like, at least they could lose everywhere else. They can become bad visitors, but good hosts.
Yeah,
They're usually great at home. So, really, alarm bells, I think, are starting to ring, maybe at a small volume. They haven't started to ring quite a lot. But a person like Mane, is laughing wherever he is because they chose Salah over him. He's like, there you go. Me, I'd still be scoring. Me, you wouldn't have needed to buy these two new strikers because I would still be hitting them in. Anyway,
yeah.
I'm happy to see an enemy, fall. So PSV is now my friend, because my enemy's
Mm,
enemy is my
he's
man,
my man.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
thank you, PSV. Roy, take us through the match where a team got robbed.
Yeah, yeah. So Olympiacos faced Real Madrid at home. They succumbed to a loss, a three. They had three, and Real Madrid had four. Thibaut, this is your favorite team. Mbappe, I don't know what to say further about that guy. It's like he can be quiet, and then comes to UCL. Then that guy just, he pulls
Mm.
off the impossible. So Mbappe had four goals in that match. Vinicius basically he only completed like seven dribbles in that match. Madrid's goal XG was at 3.71, which was very, very good. Compared to Olympiacos, they were clinical, although they conceded goals as well. They just, you know what, let's get this over the finish line, and that's basically what they did.
Yeah, I think a big round of applause should also go to the Spanish coach for Olympiacos, Jose Luis Mendilibar, because his Olympiacos side are a tough outfit to play against. They attacked this Real Madrid side
Because you beat
ruthlessly.
them. Are you saying that because you beat them now, tough side, and because they scored three
No,
goals? Oh,
no,
really?
no, not necessarily. I think if you look at this Olympiacos side since Mendilibar has been coach, in Europe at least, they are a difficult team to play against at home. So
Because they scored the mighty Madrid three goals. Anyone can score three goals against Madrid.
I mean, Lebza.
You know,
Lebza, you're taking it somewhere else. You need to remember, Real Madrid is the biggest club in the history of.
oh
Anybody
my
who plays against
word.
me, they play like it's a final.
Bruh,
So it's
look,
like,
look, look, I'm in London. I'll go to a museum for history. Please, if I want a history lesson, I'll just go down the road. We're talking current right now. Um,
look,
Obviously
Lebza, look,
Madrid,
Lebza, look,
yes. But
Lebza, look,
did you
Lebza.
see the calls? Did you see the calls in the match? Like you
Which
guys get
calls? Which
every
calls are you
call.
talking about? Yeah,
You
let's
guys
talk
get
about it. Which
you
calls are
guys
you
get
talking
every
about?
call. You like
Ah,
small calls,
Lebza.
Jay, like a foul where it's not a foul,
Ah,
you know?
Lebza. Lebza,
Uh
you're clutching at straws, bro.
no.
Olympiacos played a great game, and had it not been for individual quality from our end, maybe this result could have gone in their favor. And that's just the honest truth. You need to remember that when we play other teams, the referees don't chalk off the opposition's goals. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Ooh, is that a
Mm,
shot? That's a shot. Bah, 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 bah. Anyway,
shots
let's
fired.
move over. Let's move over to potential champions, not potential cheaters.
Yeah, yeah,
PSG beat all sorry Tottenham 5-3. So two
yeah,
things there, Roy. When you looked at the first thing is PSG can score quite a lot, but also they let in quite a lot. When they
yeah.
find
Load.
maybe a team like Arsenal, they might struggle to score against Arsenal, but they might, let in with Arsenal. They're like Barca. Barca will win, but will win 5-3, 5-2.
Yeah,
Like Real Madrid, you saw they won 4-3. You understand? Meaning their defense also sucks, but they just have Mbappe. Do you understand?
yeah.
Yeah.
On the other hand, yeah, PSV faced Tottenham at home. They had a 5-3 victory. Um, we give all props to Vitinha. He scored a hat trick, and just like you said, yeah, they can score. I think they front three and the back three they need to be studied a bit. Spurs conceded now 12 goals in the last four matches, which is also
Yo.
concern. It's like everyone is just following Liverpool. You know what? They losing. Let's try and replicate it. That's where I'm going at. So
Oh
yeah,
my
no,
word.
you are 100% correct when you say that. Look, they can score goals, but they also concede goals. And if they have to play against a tough opponent like Arsenal, it's gonna be difficult if they concede first.
Yeah, but if they play Real Madrid, probably they'll win 5-3 against Real
Yeah,
Madrid.
same
Well, if
result.
the ref doesn't know Florentino Perez. Thibaut,
Yeah, gents. Hey, yeah, ne. I don't know how Florentino Perez got into this, but anyways, Spurs defensively they looked a shambles, man. I think PSG toyed with them a bit, but honestly speaking, Tottenham gave a great account of themselves. To go to the Parc des Princes and score 3 goals is no easy feat. I think also. Just like in the game in Greece,
mm,
this PSG side, this game was decided by individual quality, and Vitinha is for me the best midfielder in the universe. He is leaps and bounds way ahead of Pedri Gonzalez that plays for a small club in Catalonia, and this was shown. By another sumptuous performance where he capped it off with scoring a hat trick.
against Tottenham. So, coached by Thomas Frank. Anyway, Roy, please take us through the Europa League, man. A quick roundup of the Europa Leagues.
Okay, so we had Aston Villa facing Young Boys. Aston Villa won that match 2-1. We had
I don't like
Porto,
the name of that club, eh?
Young Boys.
Young boys, yeah. It sounds like a club from Zimbabwe. That's the type
Yeah,
of names
Yeah,
that
yeah,
they have.
yeah, Lebza. Whoa,
That's
whoa.
the type of names they have, like Chicken FC,
Lebza.
Young Boys FC.
You, Lebza. No, no, no. Wait, wait, wait,
Oh,
wait, wait.
but
Don't, don't-
but but they play good football. Remember, there was a time where they bullied Man United when they met them. I think it was in Champions League, if I'm not mistaken. A
yeah.
few seasons ago, yeah, they were bullying them home and away, and yeah, it was fun times.
That's this.
Anyway,
That's this. That's the season when Cristiano Ronaldo returned to
Yeah.
Manchester. That's the 21, 22 season.
yeah,
That's when he showed he was not a goat. Maybe a sheep. Mara, not a goat.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Lebza. Yeah, Lebza. Yeah, Lebza. You know what the difference is, ne? Cristiano Ronaldo at 37 was the third top goal scorer in the Premier League, whilst your GOAT is in the MLS, getting 2 for 1 assist in every single game that he plays.
the Messi finished
yeah, yeah.
football before he was 37. Yours had to stay until he was 37.
And it's still not completed.
And it's still not complete. So Messi could look, bruh. It's like you're complaining that I became a billionaire before 30 and you became a billionaire at 35. Like, come on, I did it quicker, so I can retire. He retired quicker than Cristiano. Cristiano needed 2 extra years before he could retire.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's an ongoing beef, yo. Anyway, we also had Porto that faced Nice. Porto won. It was a 3-0 win for Porto. We had Lille and Zagreb. Lille actually scored 4 goals. Zagreb didn't reply at all. Just to give you guys a bit of a goal XG. So Villa, they were undefeated in the last three. Porto, they have 7 goals in the last two home games, and
Mm.
we have Lille that also had a 72 possession in that match. They also had 4 goals, and it was just total domination, complete domination.
Oh yeah. Let me start with the prop of the week before you do the flop of the week, Timo. So let's make our choices. I spoke about Rice. Would it be Rice, the big game performer, Timo? Would it be Vitinha, the hat trick midfield masterclass, and according to you, the best midfielder in the world, better than Jabulani Pengu? Or would it be Chelsea humbling 9-10 men Barcelona? Without their stars. We have to mention everything, J. 10 men Barcelona without their stars. So, Tibo, who do you choose?
Honestly, I would have loved to pick Chelsea because of the consummate performance that they put on at the Stamford Bridge. But unfortunately, they were robbed of three more goals. The score line could have been six, so I can't go in that direction. I think this week my prop of the week is Vitinha. He proved again that he is the very best midfielder in the universe right now. Hat trick at home against Tottenham Hotspur team that are firing on all cylinders. There's no one better than him now.
Already, Tottenham is losing against everyone. Anyway, look, we knew you would never select Declan Rice. We knew you were never gonna select Declan Rice. You don't like
Why?
Arsenal, but
No, I
it's
don't
so,
have a problem with Arsenal. I don't have a problem with Arsenal, but I think for me, I keep on saying the same thing, Libs. Arsenal need to win like real silverware, not a FA Cup, not a Carabao Cup, yeah, a Premier League. I don't even count the Champions League. I don't think that they are at that level. They need to win the Premier League. If they win the Premier League, I'll give them the props that they deserve. That is all.
you Roy, for you, who's your prop of the week?
I'm gonna give it to Declan Rice
Yeah,
because he really stepped up. He showed, you know
yeah.
what? Um, there's nobody here that is going to, take charge and boss that midfield. And but you know what, coach, you can count on me. So I give it to him. He's a big game performer, and he really, really showed up.
No,
Yeah, no, I.
definitely.
And you, Lebza, who's your prop of the week?
They've not got no good options there. They've got no good options. You know, at least
Aren't you gonna pick Chelsea?
they they
Yeah.
did not play. They did not play well. Barca played badly. You see, that's the
Okay.
problem. That's why even when you see
What? What?
look,
Chelsea did
wait,
not play well. Van
Barca
Roy.
played badly. Look,
Uh,
wait. Let me qualify the statement. Let me qualify the
okay.
statement. The reason I'm saying Chelsea did not play well is also proven by when you look at the Champions League team of the week. Do you understand? Wait,
Yeah.
wait, wait, wait. Look. Yeah, Timo, listen. So I'm saying the reason I say Chelsea did not play well is because when you look at the Champions League team of the week, do you understand? Only one player of theirs shows up. Now, the issue with that is they beat a Barcelona, a big team, more than, for example, Real Madrid beating Olympiacos, more than what you call this other thing, another team beating another small team. They beat Barcelona. Actually, they were supposed to be full in the team of the week if they had a good performance. But
Lebza.
Barcelona made, yeah,
Lebza. Ane. Uh, without going off track, ne? Lamine
Yeah.
Yamal got a 7.5 rating in the game against Chelsea. How did he get such a high rating in a game where he was dominated, in a game where he had how many successful dribbles, how many successful take-ons, how many shots on target? Did he even assist anyone? How many passes did he complete? Oh, Libza, come on.
Yeah.
You
Let me
can't
just jump
you,
in. Let me just jump in there. You are 100% correct in saying that Cucurella really had that guy's number and he was on him like white on rice. I think Lebla is just speaking from a place of hurt. His chest is hurting.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, but
guys,
but
I'm telling facts, guys. I'm telling facts, but it's okay. You know what? You win this week. I'll be back. Tibo, please, let's do flop of the week. But my prop of the week was the ref that helped Real Madrid win against Olympiacos. Anyway, let's go to flop of the week, Tibo.
gentlemen, coming in first position in our flop of the week, we have Manchester United falling apart to lose to a 10-man Everton side. Secondly, we have a lackluster performance from Manchester City because Pep Guardiola got it wrong. And lastly, and this is really, really getting old now, Arne Slot, Anfield are no longer a fortress, gentlemen. please
Mm.
place your bets. Where's your flop of the week this week?
My flop of the week is also not on the list. It's Araujo. Araujo from Barcelona is my flop of the week.
Yeah, on my side, I say slot. It's becoming, like that guy. Yeah, I don't even know what to say anymore when it comes to him. But you are correct. Enfield is no longer a fortress. It's like I said in previous weeks that anyone can just come there and just do whatever they want and leave. So yeah, my flop of the week is Ane Slot. I don't know what that guy is thinking. I don't know what he is actually doing in the back end, but yeah, it's just chaos, man.
I sorry, chance man. I'm having a power cable issue here. Technical issues on my side, but I'm fine now. No,
Hey, Tibo,
listen.
your flop of the week?
My flop of the week. Ish, I don't know, man. My flop of the week. This I don't know, man. I think it's definitely gonna go to this Manchester United. I think with this Everton team going a man down, they definitely should have found a way to get the result at the theater of dreams. No, Khal. There's no excuse for a performance that they put on. But I think this happens for teams, that are participating in like these competitions, like the Europa League and things like that. I don't know. It's like their domestic form goes out the window, and they try and let's say put all their eggs in one basket, which is this competition. Could it be because that they play on Thursday nights? I don't know, but definitely flop of the week is Manchester United.
Oh, you love Man United, man. Oh, well, obviously you love all these old school teams that that used to have money when we didn't have money for open time to watch the actual soccer matches. Anyway, as you've seen, this was a packed show, drama everywhere. We didn't agree on anything today. I've been called hurt or by someone who's hurt. You see,
Hurt people, hurt
hurt
people.
people,
Yeah.
hurt people. So and we've even got more battles coming in on this weekend when we join us again on Monday.
Yeah, no, definitely. Managers need to wake up, Lebza. Tactics matter, Fandroid. These people need to take
Yeah,
this thing seriously. Without this, then
exactly.
we are no more than beasts. Yeah, sure. Tiwolava
Yeah,
Ultra featuring the Mood Engineer featuring Fandroid.
yeah, and yeah, and one last thing: the stats don't lie. Some clubs are sinking. Some managers they are also sinking with the clubs. But yeah,
Mhm.
Mzansi, thank you for joining us. This is Let's Argue.
Good night,
Good night, Africa.
Africa.
Night
Yeah,
Africa.
sure.
See
Yeah,
ya.
sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
Just
Hey,
guys.
Sharp, sharp.
thank you, Fandroid.